everybody, welcome back to the M in Costa Rica channel. I hope you're all doing super well. Today we are a little bit far from home. We drove about 1.5 to 2 hours to Uvita, and we are right now entering the Parque National Marino Ballena, the whale's tail park as you might know it. And this is my first time here. I've never been. The entrance was like $6 plus tax. If you're a national, it's like 1,000 colones plus tax, so pretty cheap. All I know is that I'm really here to expect to see the whale's tail. It is low tide. Well, it is at 10:30, so we've got about an hour to explore. So let's walk around a little bit and see what we can find. Yeah. So I didn't know this until we were like entering, but when you go on whale watching tours in this area, because it's known as like the most whaley area of Costa Rica, you actually enter through the same entrance to go on the boats, and you get on the boats from the beach. So we're just coming across this corner, so we'll see in a second if I can show you guys. So this national park actually has like 3 different entrances, I believe. This is the one at Uvita, which is like the closest one to us. And it's actually, for a Saturday morning, it's pretty empty here, which is just great because I was a little bit worried it was gonna be packed. But yeah, this is wonderful. And it's really pretty, like look at all this open space. And it seems like the majority of the people are going on the boats. To visit this beach, one of the more important things to have in mind is that it is low tide while you're visiting. Otherwise you won't really get the benefit of being here really, because the whole point is to come and see the whale tail shape in the sand basically. So right now, well at whatever 10:30, it's gonna be low tide, and it's gonna be fairly low at like 0.8 feet or something like that. We were tracking through the days like which day would be the lowest, and today was that. So like I said, like you can't really see too much of it from here because it's basically just all flat rocks and sand. You can kind of see the shape a little bit, but in a few minutes we're gonna get the drone flying up and we'll get a way better view of what it actually looks like from there. One of the biggest benefits of staying in Uvita is that a lot of places like the hotels and Airbnbs are gonna be located kind of on the mountain. So they're all more or less gonna have a really nice view of the whale's tail during the low tide periods throughout your time here. We're gonna go and see another really cool spot right after this. But yeah, this is the main feature of the area aside from coming and doing whale watching. So there's like a ton of people who are just walking in and then walking out like in crowds. So I don't know what we're about to walk ourselves into. I do see quite a few people, but I guess this is the star of the show of this park. There is like a whole nother beach right here behind us too. I have a feeling that this is the same beach that is part of Envision. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But I went one year because my friend was working there, and I just came out to the beach for a little second to see, and I think it is the same beach. Maybe not, I don't know. I'd have to, you guys let me know. You probably know, someone probably knows. Honestly, I would not recommend coming here right in the middle of the day because as you can see, there is no shade. And luckily it's a bit cloudy out, so I'm not gonna get totally destroyed, but we'll see because clouds can be deceiving sometimes. But yeah, I'm just gonna go and come back, so I shouldn't be too burnt by the end of this.
Feel like falling deeper, colder nights.
As we were coming down the main road to get to the beach, I noticed that there's something so different about the area, which is, it's clear, obviously the area has changed a lot in the past few years. It is very much, I don't know what the word is, it's very updated for tourism, I guess would be the word. And there's just like more touristic style restaurants and stores and like bohemian style shops everywhere. But the most interesting thing about it all is that the main road that leads to the entrance of this park used to actually be completely sand, because I used to go to one of my old friends' places, well, their parents' places there, and it was a house that was like literally a beach house. They had sand as a floor. It was really cool. But as we were passing by, I saw that it was like, it had a new fence around it. The whole area has completely changed. Like, it looks like a proper town now. Before it was just like a beach dirt road kind of thing. So it's incredible how much things can change in the next, like in just a few years. But yeah, it took me by surprise. And for me, it's almost a bit much, but it's a bit of a given now because it is such a touristic area. So it almost reminded me a little bit of like Montezuma or like Santa Teresa. It was strange to see that. Feels like it's taking a long time and the sun came out, but I'm looking at the waves right now and it really seems like a decent place for swimming right here, because I feel like the tail almost cuts out all the harsh wind and like waves coming through, so it's almost like a really nice cool, almost, I don't know, really calm water. It looks really good for swimming. We made it. It is bloody hot now. I'm probably gonna get sunburned. But this is cool. This is like this rectangular thing, statue. I don't know what it used to be. It may have been something interesting. I should look that up. If you know, put it in the comments. Otherwise, I'm gonna try to look it up and put it in the description for you guys. But these rocks are like so jagged. You could tell it's just from like time and time and time of the waves just hitting against them. And yeah, this is it. This is the end of the whale's tail. There's some people who can go like all the way back here, and they're brave. They're walking through all these rocks in the sun, but I'm not gonna do that today. But we made it all the way to the end, and there's even like some little tadpoles that are stuck in these little tide pools now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna walk back under this blazing sun and hope that I come out not like a fried tomato. And after this, we are going to be heading over to Catarata Uvita, which I'm super stoked about because I haven't shown you guys this place yet, and it's one of my, well, I don't know, it's a really cool place. It's really popular. You do have to pay to get in, but we'll talk about that once we get there. So I will see you guys probably at the next stop. Forgot to mention is that once you pay your $6 plus tax entrance or 1,000 colones plus tax, you are permitted to stay here all day. And it's pretty much, I think the hours are like from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm not totally sure. I'm gonna put the link in the description with all the information and details on this national park, so you can check it out there. We've made it to our second destination, and we are at the Catarata Uvita. It's been about a year since I've been here, and there's some changes, so we'll have to see what the differences really are. I think mainly it's because they've gotten rid of like a bridge because someone bought the other property that was on that side or something like that. We'll see how it works out. The entrance to this place is only 2,000 colones per person. It doesn't matter where you're from. I think I'd like to check out the butterfly cage. There's like a butterfly hut right here, so let's go in. Alright, that was not that exciting. There was like maybe one or two morphos in there. But I guess, still kind of cute how they have like lots of different flowers and plants to check out. Alright, now trail walking. Well, we made it to the first little section. Gosh, this has changed a lot in the past year, and it's all because there's new owners for the other side of the river. Basically, I think the way it works is like rivers are unowned property, right? So I think, well, I don't know, this is weird to me. Anyways, there's a strange path and it's very rocky, so the arrows point that way, and I'm not going to be able to film while I'm walking across this, so I'll see you on the other side. That was particularly complicated compared to the way that it used to be, and it seems so weird. There's like actual security guards waiting on the old bridges that they used to have, so I think there's got to be some other way to enter and go on the bridgeway. I don't know who was like the original company that had this area, or like what is going on with that, so I can't tell you which one you should do. But if you have a hard time walking or climbing through rocks, like I'm surprised Luis just did this because it was apparently like pretty difficult. But it's like all just like walking along the river, making your way up here. And yeah, not sure why the bridge is not available to this same company anymore, or whatever that is. Anyways, we're here at the waterfall. Check it out. It's absolutely beautiful as always. The last time I was here, it was actually a lot more full, so clearly it's been raining a lot less around here than it was the last time I came here. Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. Check it out. Also, this is the waterfall where you can do the like slide down. There is also a jump off point. I don't know, I don't think it's something for me. This used to actually be a lot more complicated because now there's a ladder. You used to have to like hold a rope or like climb around, and it was super, not super complicated, but just more complicated than it is now. Very easy access. You could just go up the ladder and you're good to go. really nice. The water's super cold at first, but like after a few minutes you get super used to it. I tried getting close to the waterfall. The current is so strong, like you just get so tired out. You can't make it all the way because it's just pushing so hard. But we're gonna head out now. We've had a good swim and we're gonna make our way out of here. So let's get out. Wait, I don't know which way we're gonna go either. I think we have to go back the same way through those rocks and everything. So I'll see you guys after. All right, guys, we made it out. We ended up trying to take the other path anyways. Turns out that there is a secondary entrance that you pay to get in, and it's just like 700 meters north or further up the road from the entrance of this one. But it's like a new owner and they have like some restaurant. And I'm just thinking like, you know what? Stick with the originals. The new path really does make for a little more adventure. But if you cannot physically do it, then I would recommend going to the other one because it is literally climbing over river rocks and boulders. So you gotta be a little bit conscious of that. But other than that, it was a really wonderful day. We went to the National Park Marino Ballena and we went to the classic Uvita waterfall, and now we're gonna probably head home. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give a thumbs up, and if you have any questions or just want to say something, leave it down in the comments down below. I'll leave all of the places that we went to in the description so you can check them out on your own, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.